Hi, this is what if Deku had, or was, One Punch Man, and had one for all. And for this to work, Deku will have a quirk, and they diagnose it as not a quirk, actually, because he still has that extra bone marrow. And Deku says, well, I feel something in my head. And the doctor says, you might just have a headache or something, but it's not a quirk. And Deku's sad, but he knows he has one. And so he tells Bakugo, the doctor diagnosed me as not having a quirk, but I think I have a quirk. And he said, no, you're just a quirkless loser, Izuku. And so then Izuku gets angry, of course, but he just ignores it for now. And so then when Bakugo gets his quirk, he starts bullying Deku. And so when Deku was protecting that kid and got beat up, he started training now. Every single day. 10 push-ups. 10 everything starting out. Even a 10-mile run. Some days he came back home ragged, but he kept on trying. And so by the age of 14, it turned into a 100-kilometer run. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. And he does not lose his hair. I don't know why Saitama lost his hair. And so Deku is just like, this is cool. And so then when Bakugo tries to pick on him now from day on, he just beats up Bakugo. And he says, step back, or do you want to get punched? And so then he has that emotionless after he beats up Bakugo too much. He just says, well, I'm just trying harder. And so he already broke his limits. And so now he can just keep on training and keep on getting stronger. It's a limitless potential. That's what he has, and that's what Saitama has. Saitama can get even stronger, and Deku, so they have limitless potential. And so other schools hear about Deku. They call him One Punch Man because every time he fights them, they get beat up in one punch. Even Bakugo. And so then he gets his name around the school. It's called One Punch Man, Izuku Midoriya. And so kids don't pick on him unless they want to get punched. And so that's going to be his name, One Punch Man. Until then, when he's walking in the alleyway one day, the sludge villain pops out. And the sludge villain says, give me your body, kid. And tries to keep on getting Deku. And Deku just keeps on dodging. And says, you're starting to get annoying. And this is just like, well, I'm trying to take your body, kid. And Deku says, back up. Or do you want to get punched? And the sludge villain says, I don't care. I want to get punched. Look, you're just a stupid brat. And so then he attacks Deku again. And so then Deku says, your choice. And says, mid-punch. And then punches the sludge villain. The sludge villain goes far. And then the sludge villain literally just out. But the sludge villain lands by Bakugo. Katsuki Bakugo. Well, not Katsuki Bakugo. And so then he sees that. And then then he gets attacked, and then the sludge villain is devouring him, basically. And so then All Might comes and says, kid, what happened? He says, well, I just punched the sludge villain. He went flying. And All Might says, okay, kid. And so All Might has to go because his time's running out. And then they hear a huge boom. And then they head towards it. And see the sludge villain says, kid, I thought you got it. And he said, I did. I just punched it. I didn't know it could reform. And so, Oma says, oh, then all my, the farms. And then Deku says, oh. And All Might says, I'll talk to you later, kid. Please handle this. And Izuku nods. And so then he runs full speed up to the sludge villain and says, you're getting me mad. Serious punch. And punches that sludge villain into infinity, my guy. Like, whew, he went far. And so then Deku is praised by heroes for having such sheer strength to say, come to my agency, come to my agency. And so then Deku goes with All Might, and All Might says, do you want to be my successor? And as you see, he says, sure. And so they do their 10-month training. Deku gets 100% easily, and then he goes to Gran Torino, and he gets full cowling, and he gets it to 100%, and his smashes at 200%. So he can do a Delaware Detroit smash, or a Detroit Delaware smash, and can do other stuff. And so now he's going to the UA entrance exam. He's not nervous, but Araka bumps into him, and he falls, and then she saves him. She says, sorry, my bad, I was lost in thought. Deku says, it's fine. And so then she says, okay, may I ask your name? And he says, oh, Izuku Midoriya. And she says, my name is Ochako or Araka. And he says, oh, nice name. And she says, Blusher says, thank you. And so then they head off. And this will be Deku's hero costume. I think it's pretty cool, if I say so myself. So he's going to have those gloves, like, so you're talking about, and instead of those ears, it's going to be like a green cape. It kind of matches him, know what I'm saying? And so then now he goes to the entrance exam. He does the first part easily, and then it's now the fighting part. So Izuku's out there, and then he doesn't try to go up to Araka this time, but then he says, there's no time to wait, and in a real battle, then he says, go! And then Izuku just starts running and runs past Ida, and then just starts destroying robots left to right, right to left. And so then he just destroys basically all the 3-pointer, 2 and 2-pointers. And so then he goes up in the air with a jump, and then he sees this big group of 3-pointers around this one person. And it's like 10 to 15 3-pointers. And so then Deku just says, Detroit, smash, after landing in front of the kid, and just destroys the robots. And that was 20 points. And so then, well, I'm gonna say it's a bigger group or something. It was just 20 points. And so then he has a total of 75 points right now. And then he gets a few more, and then gets to 80 points. And so then it's now Araka gets stuck under rubble. And so he picks her up, puts her on a distant rooftop. And so then he says, you stuck. And then the robot tries to punch him, and says, and it just stops. And there's a big hole through the robot's hand. And so Deku says, 100% full cowling. Serious punch. Then burst off to the robot. And he says, puts his hand back. Serious punch. Detroit. destroyed. Smash! And then punches the robot so far. The robot, it's just rubble. Just rubble. It looks like it was just rubble from a car. And so then people are amazed at strength. A person yells, "That's One Punch Man, Izuku Midoriya." And all the kids here says, "Oh." And then everybody's interested in him because he just took down that big robot in one punch. And so he walks off emotionless and just says, "Can I have your autograph?" Or something like that. He says, "Oh, sure. I don't really care." And so then he just walks off and just has a blank face. And so then he got his UA letter, and he says, "Ooh, cool, I got first place and to UA." And so when Izuku does his costume, his mom doesn't think anything because like he later said at the hospital, "Well, I'm still gonna become number one, so it doesn't really matter." And so his mom doesn't do what he did in the original, so he gets that gas mask with that suit like he has right now, but it's it's really good fabric. It's one of the best in the world, and it's and his armor plates are really leather too, because Deku always has a problem with his suit ripping and it breaking, and he doesn't have good material. So he's trying to get good material for his hero costume, and he's trying to get a costume that can take his output of his strength. And so he just takes it basically. And so then he also gets Saitama's gloves, but white, as you see in the picture. And he also has like that face when he's angry in his face gloves. And so, but I'm gonna talk about the when he walks up to the UA door. And so then he just walks in, and Ochako Araka stops him and says, "Thank you." And so he says, "Oh, no problem." And so then Aizawa says, "Let's go." And Nariko says, "What about orientation?" Link says, "We have no time for orientation. UA doesn't have to do those silly traditions that other schools do." And so then they go. And so Aizawa says, "Izuku Midoriya, how much did you get on regular Balto?" He says, "With strength or without strength?" And he says, "Well, what do you mean?" He says, then Izuku says, "Well, I got 10,000 meters when I don't try, but I never have tried." And so Aizawa says, "Well, try with your quirk." And so he says 100% Detroit smash, and throws that ball so far it makes a crack on the moon. And so then people are like, "What?" And he got infinity. And so he just outdoes everybody every single challenge. Momo's stupid things, her creation, is nothing to a power. People think of Izuku as a god. And so then Momo asks Izuku on a date. And so now the ship is sailing. It's a Momo ship, by the way. I think it's perfect for Izuku's blank personality and her academic, I would say, personality. And so they would be perfect, I would say, because he would just not care and she would just be always interested in reading and stuff. So they would be perfect, I would say. And Ochako's personality is just too big and bright for Izuku. And so now it's the All Might test, and he faces Katsuki Bakugo, and he's just walking, and then Araka says, "Whoa, where's the mom?" And Izuku says, "I don't know." And so then Bakugo pops out, Izuku blocks, and Bakugo is just throwing big explosions at him. And he says, "You're starting to get annoying, Kachan." And then he says, "A normal punch, Detroit Smash." And then this, that, and then ties up Bakugo because Bakugo is just in shock because the freaking ground shook and he got hit by all the air pressure. And so he ties him up, and then he goes to Ida, and then he outspeeds Ida and chops his neck. And then he touches the bomb and says, "Welp, guess I win." And with a blank face. And then Momo says, Izuku Midoriya showed strength, and he's chosen the MVP because he took out everybody and had more of a goal. Well, Ida and Bakugo was clouded by anger from a stupid rivalry, and Ida wasn't in the game, basically. And so All Might agrees, and so this is it for this part. Please like and subscribe, and if you liked the video, please tell me. Bye!